Well, we didn't get any snow, but we've been left with a beautiful ice-coated trees. I don't know if you can see that, how everything's just shiny and white. It really is pretty. We didn't secure our frost fabric very well on the chickens, but like I said, that was just more for comfort than anything else. It looks pretty though. Isn't that pretty? The wisteria's just covered with dripping ice. Pretty. So the storm almost had a tragic end for our ducks. We just moved that duck tractor over towards that tree. Like what, 2 days ago? 3 days ago, Ryan? That we moved that? And this fell right where it was. Missing them completely. They're completely safe. Look how close that was. Freaky, huh? Thank God we moved them. So we're gonna have to get this cleaned up. Big old cedar. Cedar's been here for a long time.
Monster, what tree is this?
It's a cedar tree that took out half the lean-to, which, you know, probably needed to come down anyway. Hopefully the whole structure doesn't fall now, but we're going to get it cleaned up with the chainsaw as best we can for now.
It got ice.
And it does, it has ice. Yeah, you like the ice, guys? Alright, be careful. Daddy's got to get in there with the chainsaw, so everybody has to come back over here. Yeah. Wow. The first time I have tried to just open the gate, let them go down the walkway. We got the net fencing on each side and into the barn, and see if everybody can find their stalls, seeing how we have all these new babies. Hey, you must know that fence is off. Alright, going into the barn is not an issue, but now everybody is in there and only one stall door is open, so they're gonna get really confused. Alright, these three know what to do. Fence 2. Eugene, go in there. Bo, come on. Not you. You belong in there. Bo, you go in there. Good boy. There you go. That stall's complete. Fancy girl, back in here. Oh, we got some. Alright. Let me open this door. This is kind of chaotic. Alright. Come on, girls. In you go. In there. Good girl. Go on, kitty. Good girl. Now let's see if the other alpines know when I open this that they're supposed to come out. Come on, Peanut. Let's see. Usually if my goats, my Nubians, go in the wrong stall, I can just grab them by the collar, push them out of the stall, and they know to go to the next open stall. But Peanut didn't get that memo. Okay, okay. Alright. Alright, come on, guys. Come on, over here. Trotting always helps. They love it when Mama trots. Good job. And that was not that bad. A little bit of confusion in the beginning. I give these guys 2 buckets of foods because I noticed that they get really aggressive with their heads in the bucket. So I figured the less aggressive ones will have a better chance of getting fed if they have 2 buckets. That was fun. I've been sending Ryan out to do this chore. It's kind of nice to do it for a change. Oh my God. It is so cold out this morning, so I have Ryan out there doing all the chicken chores. He just had to carry big buckets of hot water down to them to get all their waters filled up because they were all completely iced. And he's already taken care of the goats, and they're out. I don't know how happy they are about being out, but they do like to run and play, and hopefully the sun will warm them up a little bit here soon. But I'm so grateful that Ryan is off this morning so I can stay in with the boys.
Second day of the weekend with temperatures below freezing for the majority of the day, and can't just skip doing the animal chores, so we're gonna go milk the goats and take care of the chickens and try to stay warm. So I just finished milking the goats, and I'll say on a cold morning like this, you really appreciate the chore of milking because you know you're doing something good for your family, and also it keeps your hands pretty warm. So that's the one thing that I would say is enjoyable on a cold day, keeping your hands warm while you're milking. And so right now we're just getting some hay out here and ready so they'll have stuff to eat throughout the day. It should get to be a little warmer than it was yesterday, even though today it started out much colder. But we got to get the animals out here, and hopefully they'll enjoy their day out in the sun. Alright, now I'm headed up to the goats' paddock to give them some organic fruit and vegetable pulp. That'll help keep their energy up and help maybe keep them warm a little bit. I don't know. So I'll just remedy that right quick. Maybe do the animals a favor and get the big ice chunks out. Handy, water resistant, not waterproof gloves. I can do minimal chores that require my hands to get wet and not freeze. But eventually water does seep in the seams of these gloves, and then they're basically useless. Goats like water. They don't really like ice water, so just got out some pretty big chunks of ice I thought I'd show you. Look how thick that is. It got really cold last night.
So we survived the freezing, icy storm over the weekend. All the animals are okay. Just having to deal with breaking ice on the water. Funny thing is the actual snow/ice storm that was supposed to be the worst part of the weekend was not what caused the most damage. It was actually the next day that caused the most damage. And I didn't know it was going to drop down into the teens. Otherwise, I would have covered the garden. But unfortunately, we got pretty cold and lots of damage. But it's okay. It's not enough to kill the plants. They'll still have some regrowth come up in them. And this is radishes. And I don't really eat radishes. I don't know why I plant them. Just because they're so easy to plant and fun to harvest. I mean, that's pretty cool. And they're so quick and easy. And pretty. But I have fermented them, like lacto fermentation. And they were okay like that, like as a pickle. I like them. But unfortunately, we've got a lot of damage on our young beet tops. I'm hoping that those grow back. I don't know if you can make out the difference between the chickweed and the beet tops. Kale looks okay. Kale's a tough one. These collards look okay. The broccoli has some questionable frost damage where it looks wilty. It's probably not going to recuperate 100%, but it's still alive. Swiss chard, that got really damaged, but you can see that the center of the plant is protected by those leaves, so it should bounce back and regrow. Obviously the lettuce is toast, but it was starting to bolt anyway. I wasn't planning on it lasting, but the kale, beautiful. The kale did not mind the cold, even in the teens, and neither did the cabbage. Look at this cabbage. That's some Napa cabbage, I think. And then these cabbage heads are starting to form, looking good. So I don't think I have to worry about these guys with frost. But boy, 19 degrees or 15 degrees or whatever it got did some damage. I was not thinking it was going to get colder than it was the day of the actual precipitation. So, my bad. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. We still have this beautiful night sky as the sun sets over the pond. Peace, y'all. Pull some roots.